everybody, welcome to Lulu. So today is my first live video of doing crafting, so I'm a little bit nervous, so bear with me. I miss all of you guys. I miss all of my senior homes, all of my assisted living places. Welcome all of you. I hope you're listening and I hope you watch this in the comforts of your own home, which is wonderful. Hopefully soon. It sounds like we might be able to get back to the site, and also to all the children that are listening and all the other communities that are conventional communities, welcome. And again, I miss you guys, all of you, from all around the places that we've been to, our regular people, and we'll be back. So hopefully this time is going to be a very good time for us to learn something during this downtime. I know I've learned quite a bit of things. But I want to get started by saying a small little prayer, because this could not happen without God's hand in it, and I do have to give our wonderful Father all the thanks in the world. So thank you, Heavenly Father, God above, Almighty, for giving us this day and letting those be with us today, Lord. And I pray that you continue to protect us and guide us and lead us with your hand. And may we bring joy and love and tenderness in people's hearts. And Lord, let this craft be well and just fill us up and give us things to do during our downtime. Let us enjoy this beautiful sunny day that you've given us. We thank you, Father, for your precious gifts, and we thank you for your presence, and may you bless us all. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, so let's get started. One of the things that we needed to do was prepare either 2 toilet paper rolls or a paper towel roll. And this is kind of odd for me because I'm used to having people in front of me, so forgive me. But one of the things we're going to do is we'll start with the paper towel roll. So the first thing we need to do is we need to flatten it. Hopefully you guys microwaved it and got all those little critter germs out of it. But if you flatten your paper towel roll, it's going to give you the flexibility to go ahead and line it with your ruler. So what we're going to do is we're going to put little lines so we know where to cut it. And if you don't have a ruler, Ryan had mentioned to get a line paper, and it's got all the little lines. So what you'll do is you'll line it up from the end of your paper towel roll, and then you'll just put the little measurements on there. So you're just going to make little lines. That's going to help you. I'm going to use this instead of this because I love this part. You're just going to make little lines where you're going to cut. So if you'll just take your pencil or your pen and make the little lines. They don't have to be perfect, just to guide you. And what we're doing is we're going to be cutting this so that it's evenly cut. So that way when you put your craft together, it's going to come out even and not uneven. Sometimes we get some that are a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller. So it's going to look like this, and then what you'll do is you're just going to start cutting. So you'll cut and make all of these little guys. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit of time, but I'm going to move forward. So once you have these little guys, which I have some already pre-cut, we're going to make all kinds of cool stuff. You're going to make, actually. I made this cute little butterfly. It's wall art, so you can hang it up. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll put it on here. But it takes a lot of time to do this, but it's really beautiful. So you can do different things, and there's a lot of creative people out there that want to do their own things. So, but this just gives you an idea of what you could do. You can also hang it so that you have multiple butterflies, or put it on the wall like we have our wall with all the butterflies. So beautiful things. You can also make a flower. So you can make one flower, or you can make a set of 3 flowers and hang them on the wall. So it's really beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. But I have one that I made that's not painted. Now, you're going to have to do what works for you, and what works for me is I like to paste them together first. I like to figure out what I'm going to make. So I do all kinds of different designs, and once I figure out what I'm going to make, you can make so many different things with these. You can make your butterfly, you can make your flower, you can make, and depending on the color, you can make simple ones like the little daisies and put something in the middle. You can put a big long one to make a big creative wall art. So you can just keep adding and adding and adding, so depending on what you want to do. These are beautiful, they're fun, it's relaxing when you do this. So we're going to start off by cut your little pieces, and the next thing I do is I put mine together and then I paint it. Some people prefer to paint their little circles first. So I'm going to show you how these are painted already and this one's not. So we're going to take some paint and we're going to do this really quick just so you know how to paint it, and then we're going to move on to making our paste and then actually putting something together so you can see how we're going to do this. And we're going to learn, first thing we're going to learn is how to make paint. So hopefully you got your food coloring. We're going to use blue. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is you're going to take a bowl, you're going to take some water, and then you're going to take some salt and some flour. So these are the 3 ingredients we need to make our paint. The really cool thing is we're going to do even distributions of everything that we do. So if we take, let's do a 4th cup. You can do whatever size. So if you do a tablespoon, you're going to do a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of water, and a tablespoon of flour. Okay, so everything's equal amount. So I'm going to take a 4th cup of flour. One of the things in measuring you always want to do is make sure that you take the little stick or your baking tool, whatever you use, and even out the flours. You can use this to do that. And the reason is it has to be exact increments. So we have our flour, we're going to do our salt, do our dry ingredient first. So we're going to do 1/4 of salt. Okay, I'm going to use this in case I go over. There's my salt, and then I'm going to do my water. So you're going to do 1/4 of water. Okay, you're going to pour it in there, and then you're just going to mix it. Once you get it all mixed and it's a nice texture, you're going to add some food coloring, excuse me. So we're going to just mix it really good. I'm using a stick. You can use a spoon, you can use a fork. I like to just use a stick because then I try to get all the bottom and the sides and just kind of scrape it. So you're going to have kind of like this really thick, gooey kind of paint because of the salt. But I like this texture because it's a different kind of paint and it gives it texture when you paint your item. So let's do this. All right, so now we're going to add some food coloring. So I'm going to make this. I'm going to add some blue. You can make it as dark as you like or as light as you like. So just play with it. And once we do this, you're going to have a grainy texture again because of the salt. You can dissolve that if you want to make it a smoother texture by heating up your water really warm. And look, it looks almost like an Easter egg blue. So I'm going to do it just a little bit darker. I don't want it too dark. I like the color blue because we have the summer colors coming on, and it looks coming up, and it looks like a neon color almost. So I like this color. I'm going to use just a pinch darker. Okay, a couple of dots. Don't want any spills. Now we're going to add a little bit more water because the texture's a little thick. But that's okay. So we're going to add just a little bit more water. You're going to want to do whatever's going to work for you. So we're going to go just a pinch more. And it's because the flowers are different. There's different kinds. All right, that's much better. Okay, so now, for those of you who have paintbrushes, just use a paintbrush, it's a little one, or you can use a Q-tip. So we have Q-tips too. So I'm going to use both so I can demonstrate to you how it works. All right, so first we're going to do a Q-tip. And we're going to do this. I'm going to do the inside because the inside is a lot harder to do. So I'm going to go like this. And I might need to do a little bit more glue. There we go. I love this texture. So we're going to do the Q-tip with this one, and then I'm going to do the outside with the actual paintbrush. This makes a different kind of paint. If you have paint, use paint. I use an acrylic paint, better than just your tempera paint. But acrylic's really nice because it gives it a little bit of a shine. All right, so we got that outside done. Now I'm going to take this paintbrush, and you can use your Q-tip, but I want you to see the texture, how beautiful that looks. So when you do your wall art, this kind of paint is nice because, again, it has texture. But if you want, you can do your acrylic. I did the butterfly and the flowers. These are neon colors, actually, by the way, so really pretty. And then I did the little spiral. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to try to show you a little spiral, if you can see that in the middle. Neon's really pretty for the summer. And again, you can actually hang these if you just take them and make a cute little display with them, and the butterflies, if you do them just outside of your patio, inside your room, anywhere. They're just so beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna do, so this is how the outside looks with this texture. Okay, so now that you saw this, we're gonna go on to the next item. So now that we have this, so what we're going to do next, that's how you make your paint, and you do for all the other colors. What I've done is this paint is only good for a few days. So you can take some of it, put it in a little cup. I use one of these, and then you can do different colors. So what I should have did was divide it into a few little cups to have my different colors, because you don't need a lot of paint. So depending on what you use. So now what we're going to do is learn how to make the paste, which is really simple. So on this one, paste is important. You can use glue, you can use a hot glue gun, but I like this old-fashioned paste because I use my fingers and it just comes out so nice and it's not messy. When you use a glue gun, it can get messy, and not only that, it just doesn't feel so clean, and this has a very clean look. So what you're gonna do, this is another really easy task, is you're going to take a tablespoon of, use this, flour, and you're going to just pour it in here. Okay. Actually, we're going to use the bigger one, sorry. And then we're going to use a tablespoon of water. And then this is just equal amounts. It's amazing what flour can do. You can cook with it, you can make art with it, you can make paste, and you can also make chalk paint with it too. Very hard, a lot more steps, but that's okay. So let's see. So now we got our texture like this. You're going to mix it really, really well. There's a step that we need to do. So once you've got it all mixed up, you're going to throw it in the microwave for about 12 seconds. And when you put it in the microwave, it's going to get really gooey. So be careful because it gets really hot. So I'm going to go microwave this for 12 seconds and I'll be right back.
It's easy to consider our health, loved ones at risk, childcare, finances, and see nothing but problems. We want to encourage you that with every problem, there is a promise from God. You can focus on the problem until it consumes you, or you can trust in the promise. The ultimate promise from God is found in His Son, Jesus. To learn how you can begin a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, call us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us at chataboutjesus.com.
Alright, this is nice. So we got a nice paste going on here. Very nice. So I am going to add just a dip of water, and that's what you'll want to do. Sometimes the microwaves are hotter than others, so just add a little water to get to your exact texture. Once it cools down, there we go, then you can just add that. So we're going to put this in here, and we're going to scoop it out. It's really gooey, but it's really good. And then we're going to take that out. Now your paste is only going to be good for about 2 days. It goes bad really fast, so you want to use it the same day. And again, you can do a teaspoon, you can do a tablespoon, just a pinch more water. Okay, so we are ready. Oh, there we go. So we are ready to do our project now. So we have our glue, we have our paint. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a simple, let's do a flower. So we're going to do a simple little flower, and we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6. So we're going to use 6 of these. You can use as many as you like. You can make a sun, you can make so many shapes. You can do an angel, but create what you want to do. There's different things you can do, but we're just going to do something really simple. So we're going to do a little flower, sorry. So we're going to go on the side, we're going to put our paste, and then we're going to just hold it together just for a couple seconds, okay? Then we're going to take our paste, and we're going to put it on the other side. That's really gooey. And then we're going to go on this side. And then as you go, you're just going to clean off, because then that way it doesn't show any little paste. There we go. And then we take the next one. I hope everybody was able to log on. Again, this is my first time, so I hope it's recording and I hope you're watching this. All right. And then squeeze as you go. And we're going to take the next one. I needed my little buddy. He helps me with everything, but he slept in a little bit today. So it's been kind of hard for people. It was hard for me this morning, I have to confess, because I have been getting up late. I actually was really sick for 5 weeks, and I just got well. So that's why this videotaping was delayed. And anyways, I'm much better, but boy, did I get used to sleeping in. All right, so we're gonna go. This is gonna be the part where we're gonna put these 2 together. So, and by the way, I always listen to KSGN radio. It's my favorite station. It's so relaxing when you're crafting and you're listening to worship music and just in the moment and spending time with our God, and just, it's so beautiful. So I hope that you're enjoying this time by yourselves. This is the time to just embrace and just enjoy the moment. It's so nice. All right, so we have our little flower here, okay? So this is our little flower. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to grab this little wet thing. You always wanna grab something wet to get that stuff off of you. I'm going to make these stick. So these little thingies that stick out here, that happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fine tune this. So I'm going to go on this little flappy area, and I'm going to paste this down. Going like this. So we've got to fix the little things before we go forward, just to make it nice. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to let this dry, but I wanted you to have an experience to see what it was like to put this together. Okay, so it takes just a little bit to dry, but you want to let it dry before you start to paint. So we're going to leave that alone. And now that we have one of these, we're going to go ahead and finish painting. So after we do this, we are done. So it was a very easy craft. To put your flowers together, you can put them like this and then add another one to make a really big art wall piece. and you can continue to go on. You can get really creative and add in the middle. You can add a button from an old shirt. You can add a rhinestone from an old hat or anything. There's so many things you can do. You can also paint with splashes or polka dots. I don't know if you can see this okay, but I kind of splashed this a little and I did the polka dots. Now, we're gonna use some acrylic so you can see some other ways of painting, just to give you some basic ideas. I'm gonna take this beautiful pink flower and we're going to, I'm a messy person by the way, so I'm gonna put this away before it dries out. And we are going to use this paintbrush. And we're gonna do, let's do some neon colors. We're gonna do some, let's see, some pink and I think we'll do a little bit of blue. Nope, we'll do some orange. Okay. So that's a little neon orange. We're gonna add some clear water. We're gonna just take this and add some water into this acrylic paint. And we're gonna just do some splashes. Little tricks of painting. We are gonna be having next week, we're gonna be doing some Mother's Day crafting and some painting. So eventually we'll have some art kits that you can purchase, and you can either stop by the studio if you're local and pick up your kits, or they can be delivered if it's a large location like an apartment community and there's multiple orders. Or you can also, if you're out of state or further away, we can mail it to you. So I will be posting that on my website. And if those of you who don't know the website, it is lulustreasure.com. So lulustreasure.com. And if you're on Facebook, which you should be right now, you can go, it has my website on there, just check it out. We're going to be updating that as we go, and then we're going to also have some advanced art classes on there. That there's some that are going to be free, and there's some that are going to be, of course, that you pay for. Unfortunately, you know, we have been very blessed, and we're so grateful. We have a lot of support from all of our communities and a lot of people, and they have helped me. For this month, I have been able to pay our rent, but again, it's very scary right now, but I know the Lord, when He gives us a job, He gives us the tools, and He provides always, and not always monetarily, but He's provided spiritually, and I'm so filled, so I hope you are too. All right, so here's for our paint. We're going to take a pencil, and what you do for a splatter is you take the pencil and the paintbrush and you just tap on it. Sometimes you get splatter on yourself, so you're going to probably go like this. That didn't work out very good. I got splatter. All right, so you're going to take this and then do it again, a little bit more gentle. There we go. You can see all the splatter. I don't know if you can see it much on the camera, but it splatters just like little polka dots. And sometimes I like to just take, it's kind of hard to do this, put it up against something. There we go, much better. Sometimes you just have to find the right technique and the method. Now it looks actually really pretty, so you can do that. Another thing that I love to do is with the Q-tip, and this is going to be just a regular paint, is you're going to take the Q-tip, and most of you who have done an art craft class with me, you know this already. You can take this and just make your little dots, and it's so pretty. It's just really delicate, pretty, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I love when it's just not perfect, because then it has character, kind of like us. So just do the little dots, You can make them big, you can make them small. It's really pretty, very unique and different. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're going out for walks, getting a little exercise, and I hope you're talking to people. If anybody out there needs a prayer, gosh, I love prayers. I collect prayers, and I pray for people all the time. I have a big list. Anyhow, if anybody needs prayer, feel free to email me. You can email me at lulusboite, it's LULUSBOITE @gmail.com. You can text me. You can text me at 909-382-1494. I am always willing to pray, and I hope that you pray for me because I need a lot of prayer too. All right, so we have our little flowers. We're going to put these two together just so you can see how we put them together, how we can hang them up on our wall. Let me just clean my hands off here. I'm going to get our little paste. This was a very easy craft, but it's important to start off easy and then we'll go more as we get into this. So as I get better on doing live videos, I am so sorry, but I'll get better at this. Here we go. So now that we have these together, and then our butterfly, by the way, I need to show you this technique, how we get the little coils. It's very easy. So what I did was I just took one of these, and you make out your butterfly. So let's pretend we're making a butterfly. Let's make one. Okay, so these are my wings. What I did was I took one of these guys and I cut. So there's two different sizes in there. There's bigger ones and little ones. So the little ones, I cut one of these in half. And then all you do is tightly just roll it, just like a roly-poly. So you're just going to coil it. These you want to paint before you do this because it's really hard to paint once they're curled up. But that's how you get your little coil. Now for the bigger ones, you just take these. You just roll it more. It's the same thing. But they're really cute and adorable. And by the way, you can make your butterfly a lot simpler than this if you want. I just wanted a lot of these little coils in there. But you can actually squeeze one of these to make the body, which is a lot simpler. So you have it squeezed. You just kind of, let's do this so you can see. Put the paste in the middle and just squeeze it together. And there you have the little body. And then you just put it down and then you have your wings. So they're very pretty, very easy. I just like to be complex sometimes. There's so many creative people. You're going to come up with your own ideas, your own designs, and I'd love to see them. So email them to me, your pictures, or text me with them. I'm going to show you just an example of the painting. Here's our flower, by the way. It's so beautiful. And whoops, put this back together. Needs to dry. I don't know if you can see this, but it's so pretty. And you can hang them on your wall, and again, you can put rhinestones or buttons. It's really pretty. So depending on what you want to do. We are going to do, hang on 1 second. We're doing Mother's Day stuff. So we have a lot of different paintings and pictures. So if you are interested, you need to get an 8x10 canvas. We're going to be doing this, or again, I'll be having supplies online so that you can purchase with the paint. But we have a lot of different beautiful pictures that we're going to be painting. So it's a step-by-step, really fun. The key is to keep ourselves busy during this pandemic time. You know, it's sunny, so people are going to be out a lot, but there's still a lot of downtime. We can't be outside all day long, and we have to be safe and protected and protect our loved ones. So we'll be coming up with a lot of different times and classes. Some of them may be live, some of them not, so make sure you subscribe to YouTube. I wasn't able to go live on YouTube today. I don't know what happened, but we went on Facebook Live. Thank you, Facebook. And we'll continue to post these on YouTube so that you can watch them. All right, well, God bless you guys. We are done. And if you have any questions, text me or email me. And hopefully we'll see you soon face to face. I hope you enjoyed this class and we'll do it again. All right, God bless and take care. Okay, bye.